So in this experiment we are going to record the audio and play the audio. For this purpose we are using two main classes. One is media recorder, another one is media player. The media recorder class is responsible to record the audio from the microphone, and media player class responsible to play that audio. And runtime permission means we need to save the file in the local cache directory, and microphone permission is also required. For all these purposes we will use the necessary permissions we need to take. So here start means start recording or start playback, stop recording or stop playback, and prepare recorder means we need to record thing, and release is used for free the resource. Majorly we are using these methods in this. And first of all we need to create some buttons. One is button start, used for the start recording. Button stop is used for stop recording. Button play is used for the play the recorded audio. So these three buttons we need to map with the main activity. So first I need to create three buttons, and two objects are required. One is for the media recorder, another is for media player. The media recorder object is recorder, media player object is player, and I required some file name to store the file. So that's why it is a variable. So I mapped the things. Now file name I need to generate. So automatically project cache directory absolute path, and file name is audio.3gp. So it is a file format like mp3. So we are saving the file in the 3gp, and we need to get the record audio and write external storage. We already told the request permissions. So these are important to store the file. When button start, so we need to create the recorder object, new media recorder. For the recorder object we need to tell where the source is coming. It is the mic. Media recorder dot audio source is mic, and format 3gpp is nothing but, so just now we saving the file format is 3gp. The same thing we are telling 3_gpp is the original file format. And in what format we need to encode, AMR, NB. So encoding and decoding is required when store the file. That encoding is AMR encoding, and output file name is this file name, nothing but, so it will get the actual path, and the file is saved on that audio.3gp. that file name I am giving. So when you click on start button, it will set all these things and start recording. Try prepare means it start the ready for the recording. Whenever you tell start, it start recording. So button stop, if it is a recorder is not null, it will stop and release, and recorder set to the null. Means if recorder is running, then only it will stop, release and set null. Next button play. So once recording is completed, set data sources, same file name we are giving, and it is preparing and start. So, and we required permissions need to give. One is Android permission record audio, another one is Android permission write external storage. Otherwise we are unable to store our file. This is the introduction about this program. Now we are going to do create my recorder. So it is creating our program, and bundle is preparing. Once the bundle is prepared, I need to start the bundle is prepared, I can start creating the buttons. We required one is for the recording, one is the stop recording, another one is play button. So we are going to create 3 buttons. So bundle creation is completed. Now I need to select the project in app, source, main, resource and layout, activity.main. So just resizing. I need to create 3 buttons. Button, match parent, wrap content, Android ID. So we need to create a button for button record or button start, and actual name it will show Android text start recording. I need to create another button, match to the parent and wrap to the content, Android ID, button stop, Android text name should be stop recording, Android ID. So we need to button for the play the recorded audio. So Android play recorded audio. So we created 3 buttons. We need to give for the constraint weights. So the first play recorded audio, I am giving the constraint weights for this. So I am giving making 0, and next I am selecting stop recording and I am giving the constraint weights. I am making it 0. Next I am selecting start recording and I am providing constraint weights. So we can give some weights for the actual distance maintenance purpose. So we can do. Okay. So 3 buttons we have: start recording, stop recording, and play recorded audio. So my buttons, my screen is ready. Now I need to go to the main activity. In the main activity, I don't want this and I don't want this line also. Here first I need to create the buttons. One is button start, another one is button stop, another one is button play. So we are creating 3 buttons and we require 2 classes. One is MediaRecorder class, MediaRecorder class to record the audio. So recorder is the object. Another one is MediaPlayer. It is used to play the audio, recorded audio. So these are the resources we created. Now I need to map all these things. So button start is equal to find vid r.id dot button start. Button stop is equal to find view by id r.id dot button stop. button play is equal to find view by id r dot id dot button play. So we mapped the screen buttons to main activity buttons. Now I required one file name to store the file name. For this purpose I am creating one variable file name. It is a string. Now I need to give the file name. So file name is equal to, so by default every Android app have some external cache directory. So that path we can get by using a method of get external cache directory, temporary directory, like get absolute path, the actual address of that location, and plus we need to give what file name we required, slash audio dot 3gp format. So Android Studio basically by default contains the 3gp format. So if it will not run, then we will change it. It is giving some warning. It is not this. Now file name is ready. Now I need to tell to the this activity, main activity, for permissions. So activity compact dot request permissions. So in this is important for permissions for this app or main activity. New string of multiple permissions we required. That's why I am creating a string array. So, and comma 1. This is the actual 3 arguments it will take. Our permissions we will write in these curling brackets. So, manifest, from the manifest dot permission dot, we need to give the permission of recording the audio. And another permission we required, manifest dot permission dot write external storage. So our file, recorded file, need to write in the external cache directory. That's why we required the permission. So these two permissions we given. So this line very important. Without these permissions, our app is not going to run. So when the permissions is completed, I need to start recording. Button start dot set on active listener, new view on click listener. In this we need to record the file. Recorder is an object we already created here. Recorder, same recorder is equal to new media recorder we need to create. So recorder is ready. For the recorder we need to tell what is the source to get the audio. Recorder dot set audio source. So audio source is available MediaRecorder dot audio source dot we need to use mic. Next we need to tell what format we need to save the file. Recorder dot set output format. So output format, set output format of media recorder dot output format dot 3GB. So we have different formats are there, like MP3, all formats are there. So in every systems most widely 3GB format will be there. So it is a common format. Next, what encoder to store the file? Set audio encoder. Set audio encoder. We need to tell media recorder dot audio encoder. So the audio encoder is 3GP. It is nothing but AMR NB. So it is the encoding format. So now first we created the media recorder. Next, what audio source? Mic is the audio source. It will save the 3GP file and it will use AMR NB encoder. Now we need to tell to the recorder output file name. Recorder dot set output file. So our file name contains in file name. That's why I am passing file name. So now everything is set. So now we can try for the recording. We need to use try catch. Try. One minute. Sizing an error. Try. So already bracket created. Catch exception is the try catch. So in the try catch we need to prepare the recorder. Recorder dot prepare. So once recorder is ready, then we can start recording. Recorder dot start off. So this is the method used to record the thing. So it started here, ended here. Once I need to stop the recording, button dot stop dot set on click listener, new view on click listener. So already recorder object is already there. If recorder is not null, means it is in running state, then I need to stop that and release that. For this purpose I need to check recorder not equal to null, means recorder is not an empty, recorder is running, then only we can stop. Recorder is not null, nothing but recorder is empty by default, then we cannot stop anything. That's why recorder dot stop. So it is used for the stopping the record, and recorder dot release. So we need to release the file, then only it will use, and we need to make recorder equal to null. Then again we can record another file, another. So it is used for recording purpose. Now we need to play that. Button dot play dot set on click listener, new view on click listener. So already recorder is recorded and we stopped and it is released and ready to play. In sequence only we need to use it. So player is an object is equal to new media player. Now we need to try to play it. If the file is not available, then it will not raise any error if you use try catch. Okay, so catch exception. In the try block, we need to set data source. Where is the file we need to set? Data source file name player dot prepare, so ready to play the file, and player dot start off. So it is start. Once started means up to complete it will print. Here instead of throw we can use e dot print stack trace off. Here also we can use e dot print stack trace off, or we can leave it as it is also. Now we need to give the permissions. In Android manifest file we need to provide some permissions. Use permission. In the Android name we need to use the permission of record audio. Android dot permission dot record audio is one permission, and another permission we need to give writable permission. Use permission Android dot permission Android dot permission dot write external storage. So this is the permission we need to give. So two permissions we need to give. The same permissions we are calling or using or telling here itself. Same request permissions, record audio and write external. These permissions we are using same here. So now everything is ready. We need to test the application whether it is asking the permission or not, and it is starting recording or file is creating or not. Everything we need to check. So it is asking the media Android recorder permission, it is asking. So I am using, while using this app, start recording. So the mic is on, it is starting the recording. Stop, the mic is stopped, means the start recording and stop recording is working whenever I clicked on play record audio. So it is playing. Actually audio is not here because there is no speaker to my system. You need to test it on your system. Okay, so once it is completed,